Hey everybody, welcome back to the lab. My name is Paul, W1VLF, and I think everybody would agree, bigger is better. In most cases, I would say. A bigger mortgage is not better, but a bigger paycheck is. And when it comes to HF mobile antennas, that's kind of my philosophy, is bigger is better. So if you think about what you can run on HF, let's just talk about 3 bands right now and everything in between. Actually 4 bands, right? 160, 75, 60 meters, and 40 meters. And above that, I don't operate that much, so I'm not all that concerned. But on 160 meters, a quarter wavelength is only is 120 feet, and 66 for 80 meters and 33 for 40 meters. So those are literally huge antennas. And if you're lucky, maybe you live out west where you can run 10 feet or 11 feet of a vertical antenna before you're going to hit anything. But here where I live in New England, there's a lot of low trees and stuff. And so even running the legal limit of 13.6, which would get you about a 9-foot long antenna, it's too short on all the bands, even with center loading. And if you want to put a top hat, then you have this monstrous top hat thing hanging around in the air there. So how could I increase that? I mean, I tried lots of things on the back, and it worked pretty good. But you're going to see when we go outside what I'm running for an antenna right now. A couple people have commented on that and have asked questions, direct mail and via my QRZ page, because there's pictures of it up there. But how do you get more than 9 feet of antenna when you want the base of the antenna to be somewhere near the roof level of the car? Well, you'll see on the system I'm running out there, and I'll go into it kind of in detail. I have 4 feet of vertical wire, and then 14 feet of 1-inch square PVC, and then a 4-foot diameter top hat. So it's got 5 2-foot spokes on a machined aluminum core that gets fit into the 1-inch pipe. And this works really well. I only made one contact just to show that I was able to make contacts on it. It wasn't all that far away. But on 40 meters on the way home from work, 700 or 800 miles to hold a conversation is not a problem at all. Local stuff on 160 out, is a little difficult because the antenna is kind of short still. It's only 18 feet long. And with the coil that's in there right now, it's resonant at 3833. So enough people had asked about that. I thought I would do a video and talk about the antenna, how it evolved. And it's a pretty easy one for me to do right now because getting back into making video content again, it's not as you lose something if you stop doing it for a year. So anyway, I guess that's about all I really wanted to say. I'm going to take you outside. I know in the end I said I'm going to have some closing comments, but I don't think I'm going to have any closing comments. I'll wait and see what comments you folks put down below. And I'll have one comment. If you can, I'm up to 2,758 subscribers, and I'd like to see if I could get that all the way up to 3,000. So if it's possible to share this, if you like it. I don't just want you to subscribe. That's one thing that kind of gets me. Before we get into the video, subscribe. Well, how do you know you're going to enjoy what's in there and it's really for you? So if this is the kind of stuff, and you can go back and look at my other videos, then hit the subscribe button and the notification bell. All right? If not, the hell with it, right? It's just you only wasted 15 minutes of your life. So here we go. I'm gonna go outside and take some pictures and show you the antenna. And when you first see this thing, you're gonna say, I know what a lot of people say to me at work. They go, what is that thing? And I'll say, well, if it's If it's somebody I know well, I'll explain. It's a ham radio antenna, and no. If it's somebody who's just like, what the hell is that thing? I'll tell them, well, I do live weather sampling or air samples for the Environmental Protection Agency, and that's a big sampling system. All along those pipes there's holes, and so as I drive around all day long, that's what. And people say, do you talk to Mars and all that stuff? That's what I tell them. Oh no, that's not an antenna. Somebody asked me once, and I said, oh, I hang a Domino's pizza sign down from that. Oh, that's a good way to make money. Okay, but anyway. That's it, I guess. All right, without further ado, take it easy, everybody, and let me know what you think in the comments. Thanks again. W1VLF, live in Harwinton, Connecticut, signing out. All right, so we're outside. It's 50 degrees. 50 degrees. It's unbelievable for, what is it, February 12th? Anyway, take a look around. Snow is almost gone. Tower's still there, thank God for that. And here's the mobile, the reason why we're out here. Now, you could probably guess that my wife is not going to go for a ride in this car. Not with that hanging on. So I made it with no holes. Probably forgive the camera work because the screen doesn't light up very bright here. Anyway, let's do a description. There's the top hat. Get a little closer in. Okay. So there's the top hat. Each one of those spokes is 2 feet long, and it's on a little hub that I machined, something from a long time ago, an old product that I was trying to sell. And this is 1-inch square tubing. Okay, and then it's held here on the roof racks. If you can see, there's a bolt up here. That one bolt, and the other roof rack, that one bolt, hold this whole thing on. So why am I pointing that out? Because I could take this off in less than 2 minutes, or approximately 2 minutes. I keep saying that, but I haven't really timed it. So we're going to time it on the air here and see what happens. Okay, so anyway, we go. There's the 1-inch square aluminum tubing, and there's a Delrin rod there, and then it comes down and it's mounted on this. This is a deck piece that was left over from when they built the deck. I had it laying around. I said, if I build it like that and I make it so it can slide these grooves, I should be able to take this thing off really quickly. All right, so the next thing is there's a coil here. That's a home brewed coil. See if we can get a better look at that. Climb up on the car here. I can do this with the camera. Okay, so there's the attachment point to the roof rack. A couple angle brackets here, piece of 1-inch tubing that goes up. Gotta keep hitting the button here so I can see the screen. Okay, and here's the inductor. That's about 40 millihenries, excuse me, microhenries. And I want out of number 12 wire. It's connected up here and to here, and it's on a big Delrin rod. And that, believe it or not, gets me down to 75 meters. Resonates at 75 meters with that top hat. And this was supposed to be so I could tap the coil for, different bands. Right now, I think this antenna is resonant on 38, 33. There's the rest of it right there. All right, let me jump down off the car here, if I could do this without getting killed. Oh, I made it. Okay. And then here is, we'll go into this a little bit later on. 2-inch receiver hitch here with a mount. I think it's called a Black Widow, if anybody wants to. No, it says black now, but it was Black Widow. And if I pull this pin down here. There's a keeper on the other side. I can tilt this piece back. So yes, I can get into the trunk here. At this moment I can't, right? But I can if I just pull that pin and lean this back. So, okay, it comes out of one of the SGC type tuners. Most of the time I operate on 75, but it's, you know, 130 here, so not much happening on 75 meters. So the two examples I'm going to show you are, the one example is on 40. So the SGC trims it. Now this is way too long for 40 meters with that big inductor in it. So just kind of hack this together. I call this my mobile antenna. Hang on. My antenna structure here. It's an experimental platform. So I can stick different pipes on top here, put a 6 meter on, a 2 meter, whatever I want. So the problem with operating mobile is bigger is better, right? So if you look at that, that's 4 or 5 feet off the ground. And if I could get a 9-foot whip on the back of the car, that'd be up to 14 feet and off the ground. And you're hitting everything. So the way to increase the antenna size is to start from here, go up 4 feet, and then go 14 feet forward, and then put a top hat on it. So essentially what you have is here is 4 feet of vertical, 14 feet of horizontal, and a top hat. So the radiator is 18 feet long, and it's also barely 10 feet high. So it doesn't hit anything when we're driving along. And again, by just sliding off those two brackets right there and loosening this one screw. This is a horrible way to do it, by the way, but it was fast. By loosening this one screw here, pull this wire out, slide those off, 2 minutes. So I'm gonna set the camera up over there and see if we can actually do it in 2 minutes. So stand by. Let's try to see if I can get a clock out here. You might not be able to read the clock, but let's see if I can get a clock out here. And I'll be back. All right. As soon as that baby turns over to 227, or excuse me, 228, we're gonna start. First thing I'm gonna have to do is go in the car and get the tools and see if we can get this thing down in less than 2. Oh, there we go. See ya. Taking my time. Okay, that's off. The wrench. How did we do? Oh, looks like it was over 2 minutes. Back to normal. No, normal for most people. Okay, so now that that's off, we can come around here, pull out this pin, like that, throw it on the ground, pull this out, and then this will lean back. Oh, my coax is under there. Loosen that up a little, lean that back, and I haven't adjusted this completely. There, 3 blankets, a couple of coats, an ice scraper, and a roll of paper towels. What more could one want? And there's the coax cable coming out from the tuner. And this is one of those SGC smart tuners. Again, this is that Black Widow 2-inch to tilt over mount. I think it was like $79 when I first bought it. These are the 2 grounds that go underneath, because this is the ground for the antenna system. Close the door. Push this back up into position and throw the pin back in. Jesus. Okay, so I haven't pinned it down tight yet, but it's, you know, I can move the car with that. Throw it back in. Coordination is way off. All right, so there it is. We're back to what one might consider a normal vehicle. For me, it's just a way to get around. But with that antenna on it, I can get onto the from 160 through 40. All right, I'm gonna put the antenna back on and go inside and see what else I can think of to say. Now we I think this weighs about 20 pounds. Which way is this? I ground these off. This back in here. Oops. Done. All right, so here we are in the car. We're going to try copying this station here on 40 meters. Someone's activating a state park for Valentine's Day, so we're going to give that a shot. You turn the volume up here.
Activating Brimfield State Forest, which is parts on the air, Kilo-4705, and we are the special event station, the Happy Hands Valentine's Day celebration, looking for anyone, anywhere. QRZ.
Whiskey 1 Victor Lima Foxtrot Mobile.
Whiskey 1 Victor Lima Foxtrot Mobile. I have you. You're loud and clear here. 59 into Massachusetts. QSL.
Oh, thank you very much. Name here is Paul, and I am operating mobile here in Northwest Connecticut. And what was the special event station again, please? I'm testing a mobile antenna, and I'm going to record this and put it on YouTube if that's okay with you.
Oh, no problem at all, Paul. We're here. We're both Parks on the Air activation, Kilo-4705, so not far away from you because we're in Brimfield State Forest. And we're also the Happy Ham Valentine's Day celebration, Kilo 1 Sierra. So 73s and 88s to you today, Paul.
Well, thank you very much. You've made my day, and I appreciate it. 73 to you, and it's W1VLF in Connecticut out, mobile.
Take care of yourself, 73s. This is the Kilo 1 Sierra Happy Hands Valentine's Day celebration.
Okay, I lied. One more thing two more things that I wanted to tell you about. One was, a lot of people ask, how much noise did that make going down the highway? Well, it makes a lot of noise, but not anymore. The roof racks are responsible for 90% of the noise, and once I filled that horizontal gap above and below and put the end caps on, very little noticeable noise. Does it affect gas mileage? Not that I can tell, at least not in the wintertime, and haven't driven on the highway in quite a while. My commute now is Jesus, come on here, get up with my shirt untucked. My commute is only 10 miles long, and it's through back roads, so I never get up going fast enough. But when I do go on the highway, I did get up over 80 miles an hour with it, no problems. Nothing's ever loosened up, nothing's, bent, and I've really pushed on it a couple of times. So anyway, there it is. Thanks a lot. Bye.